Hello, in this video we will be looking at the black removal wizard. Set black removal should only be used for black garments where you don't want to print any black ink. It automatically removes the black background from an existing graphic. There are two printing steps to this wizard. The first, you will print variations of the not be blackout, which is the tolerance of the black removed from the original graphics. The second step will print variations of the amount of white ink used for areas that are semi-transparent, or where you want the shirt to partially show through. This will set up the queue to use these settings on all subsequent jobs. As a word of warning, you can overtune your settings for a particular graphics, so it's worth testing the final queue settings with several different graphics. Make a note of your settings as you run the wizard, and then if you do find you want to adjust them further, you can run the wizard with a different graphics and compare the results and maybe average out the results. Or you could create a separate queue. For example, you could have a queue that holds shadow details for those sorts of graphics, and a separate queue that would be more aggressive on removing black and use the shirt for the shadow details. In the queue menu, select the Setup Black Removal. Select your bed size and then the graphics you want to use for the output. You can select the size you would like to print the variations on the shirt and click Next. In this first print, we're going to select a maximum and minimum range for the black removal. I'm going to print from 30 to 75 in steps of 15. So this will print the black removal at 30, 45, 60 and 75. Once we have printed the shirt, we can then look at the output and select the not be blackout value that we think gives the best result. We can then enter that value into the wizard and click Next. Having set our black removal, we can now tune the amount of white ink used. This doesn't change the 100% white ink value, as that is done in the Set Maximum White Ink wizard. This will set separation curves, so controls how strong the white is printed in your highlights, midtones and shadows. There are 4 different charts you can print, going from strong white midtones and shadows, which means it will use more white ink in the 50 to 90% area, to light white midtones and shadows, which uses less white ink in the 50 and 90%. Click Print to print a chart for the selected settings. Each of these charts will print 4 variations with different amounts of white ink, between 10 and 30%. Print as many of these charts as you feel you need, but as you use less white ink, you will lose color vibrancy in those areas. In this example, I have printed 2 charts, one with strong white and one at medium white. Each shirt will have 4 prints. The strong will be labelled A1 to D1, and the medium will be labelled A3 to D3. Check the output and select the output you like best. Select the chart in the wizard with the preferred output and select your best image from A to D and click Finish. You can make further changes to the queue with the choke or the color boost wizard as required.